Well, our parliamentary correspondent, Duke Opoku-Mensah, will be bringing us updates in our subsequent bulletins. Now, the Minister for Communications and Digitalization, Ursula Owusu-Ekuful, says government is rolling out a program to license additional satellite internet service providers to address the internet service disruptions. The sector minister informed Parliament that Starlink, a global satellite internet service provider, is undergoing licensing to operate in Ghana.
After hours of an in-camera session by members of Parliament to firm up the disbursement formula for statutory funds such as the District Assembly's Common Fund and GET Fund for the year, the House convened at plenary for a statement on the internet disruption and outage in the country from the Communications Minister.
And that is why the NCA indicated that it would take a minimum period of about 5 weeks for full services to be restored. Immediate initiatives that the government will undertake is that we will license satellite gateway earth stations, London rights, and satellite earth station networks. OneWeb has already been licensed. Starlink is in the process of being licensed. And other operators are being encouraged to land in Ghana. We must also invest in operationalizing RASCOM, the Regional African Satellite Company, instead of each country going it alone. All network operators must arrange and implement alternative routes to restore full services, as they are currently doing.
Members of Parliament took turns to comment on the statement made by the Honourable Minister on the floor of the House today.
The private sector is losing money. We as individuals, how to even reach our constituents became a problem. So we want your regulator to be more proactive. The regulator has slept on his job, and today we are found in this position. And then we want to raise our hands up in the air and say, oh, other countries that were affected have recovered and are recovering faster than Ghana.
The impact is so huge economically. The Minister didn't quantify that, the economic impact of it. Talk about health, talk about education, where research will be affected, talk about trade. In fact, mobile money alone, where people cannot transact mobile money services, it means business will not go.
MP for Tamale North called for a similar briefing session with the Energy Minister on the intermittent power challenges or DUMSO in the country. On Tuesday, the Electoral Commission chairperson and her lieutenants are expected in Parliament to brief the House on their preparedness for the 2024 general elections.
What this has taught us is that digital infrastructure, connectivity, applications and services are indispensable to our current way of life and our future way of life. And so if we didn't give it 100% focus as at now, we should. And we need to look at resilient infrastructure. We need to look at climate-friendly infrastructure. We need to look at more scalable systems being put in place. And we need to look at working even closer together with the private sector. These are all takeaways that we have from this. We're doing it, but we need to scale up our efforts.